Hey, how's it going? It's Michael here, back with a brand new Blade Runner topic video. Blade Runner 2049 is coming out shortly, which will serve to be the sequel to Ridley Scott's 1982 film, Blade Runner. The story for the film has been relatively kept under wraps, but that was until San Diego Comic-Con, where they released tons of new information, held a panel, had a new trailer, and more importantly, revealed what happened between the events of the first film and the next. One of the major elements that transpired between the two films from the years 2019 to 2049 will be the Replicant Prohibition. So for this video, we're going to talk about what exactly the Replicant Prohibition is. So let's get into it. Fans have known for quite some time now that Blade Runner 2049 would be the sequel to the old film, carrying out the story of Deckard and Rachel to some capacity. Now, with the recent information of the new timeline leading up to the new Blade Runner movie, it provides much more context and insight as to what's happening in this world for the past 30 years, and what will be the plot for the next movie. So with this new timeline, essentially at the end of Blade Runner, we saw Deckard and Rachel escape in the year 2019. The following year, in 2020, we have the introduction of the Nexus 8s. These model of replicants were intended to be for off-world colonies. 2 years later, a huge incident occurred called the Blackout, which essentially was a EMP from a unknown group on the west coast of America. As a result, this world that's mostly run by computers crashes. While it isn't explicitly stated, it's implied that the humans and replicants have been fighting and having tension and getting into skirmishes ever since the EMP. Now this leads into the topic for this video on the Replicant Prohibition. It began in the year 2023. Essentially, the tension between the humans and the replicants resulted in a new law to hunt down replicants. Because of this new rule, all replicants, including the newest and improved Nexus 8 series with their newly improved systems, were immediately forced to retire. By 2023 and the Blackout, all the previous replicants from the Nexus 6s had been terminated, leaving only the Nexus 8s to be hunted. However, despite these activities and some replicants managing to survive and escape the chaos, the Prohibition still lasted. As seen from the trailers for the upcoming Blade Runner 2049, there appears to be a few replicants that survived the Prohibition. The Prohibition continued for several years until some changes occurred to the replicants' design, fixing most previous flaws with memory from the Wallace Corporation. As a result, the Replicant Prohibition ended in the year 2030. A new method for synthetic creatures was made to make them more controlling and subservient to humanity, making them safe to use once more, leading to the government to repeal the ban. This led to the creation for the new and improved Nexus 9. The repealing of the Replicant Prohibition resulted in some serious issues in the world. In the 2040s, the LAPD significantly improved their Blade Runner units to accommodate for the new changes occurring, as concerns over outlaw synthetics were arising, not to mention that the tension between the humans and the replicants began to start once more, or at least imply that something was happening or a problem with the Nexus 9s was occurring. Anyway, but that wraps it up for this video on the Replicant Prohibition. What did you think about this video? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm Michael signing off for this video. I'll see you next time. Take care.